When the center of a Mesquite or Palo Verde is removed, they have a tendency to grow long and fast. And when one of these lower branches grows out beyond the main dominant canopy, then it starts to collect more nutrients from the sun, more photosynthesis, and the branch, which at some point started as a lower branch, then becomes just as thick as its main trunk. When that happens, especially when there's a V union rather than a U union, when there's a V union, they start to grow and grow and grow and push up against one another. And in the case of this Palo Verde, it's pushed up against one another so much that we can see the crack that is formed almost to the base of the tree. If this is left any longer, and the branch and the trunk are left to get even heavier and have more leverage, it's just going to split apart and crack. So in most cases, we can mitigate the included bark that happens simply by pruning, by making reduction cuts and taking away leverage from both halves. But in this case, since it is already cracked, we are going to install some bracing, and the standards in this particular instance, since it's already cracked, call for a brace here as well as a brace 1 to 1.5 times the largest diameter branch away from the union. So about, there's one, there's a half, so about right here, we're going to put another brace all the way through. The bracing is going to be 1/2 inch, and it's simply all thread that we're going to drill right through each trunk, this branch and this trunk, and nut and washer on each side, and we're going to pull it together. But before we do that, we're going to prune, so we take off as much weight as possible from each side, and then we're also, with the come along, going to pull these two sides together just a bit and then install the bracing. just like the Palo Verde, this mesquite also has included bark. And remember, it's not that we don't like multi-trunk. We call Sonoran Desert multi-trunk trees. We call mesquites and Palo Verdes Sonoran Desert multi-trunk trees. And you could see that as both of these multi-trunks grew, they started pushing up against one another. And now the risk is that one could break and fall. Over time, one of these was the branch growing on the trunk. And because all of the middle was taken out, it grew long and fast. After it got to the top, it started collecting enough nutrients that it became just as thick in diameter as its trunk. And once again, it's not that we don't like multi-trunk, we do. In Tucson, we love multi-trunk mesquites and Palo Verdes, but when they have a V union like this mesquite, a V union rather than a U union, then the problem increases exponentially because they start pushing up together so much. And if you look around the other side, you could see the included bark a lot more from this side, running down maybe halfway down the trunk. So we're going to put about a 3.5 foot brace right about here, just like we did on the Palo Verde, but in this mesquite, we only need to put the brace above the union and not within the union like we did on the Palo Verde, because this one is not cracking yet.